Good morning. Good morning. I'm here to talk about panel number 9, which was Gollman's Bar. Gollman's Bar, Wilmer Gollman Sr. Ran the bar for many, many years. His father was Mack Gollman Sr., who was originally from Newberry, South Carolina. And he moved to the small town of Punta Gorda in 1890, where he met the love of his life, and he married Illinois Bailey, whose family moved here from Tallahassee. The family story goes that they had to leave Tallahassee because they were burnt out of their home, and they sent Archie Bailey down to Punta Gorda to scout out land so that they could move the family to Punta Gorda. He met and married Illinois Bailey. They had 11 children. 1 died, which resulted in 5 boys and 5 girls. The Gollmans became the first black family to open a restaurant in town. It was known for its meal of stew beef, beans, and rice. They also purchased various real estate, and including 5 rental houses. Mike passed away in 1944. So what does a woman do when she got 10 children and her husband dies? You know what she do? She make it work. She went in business. You hear me? She started Gollman's Bar, along with her second oldest son, which was Wilmer Gollman Sr. Illinois kept the businesses running. When World War II ended, the restaurant was still open. What they did was they just opened the bar next to the restaurant. She added a ballroom, and she called it the Royal Palm Ballroom. Gollman's Bar was located at the corner of Virginia and Cochran, now MLK Blvd. It served the local black community. It was a safe haven for live entertainment in the segregated South. The Gollman's third child, Wilmer, ran the cafe, serving food, and they opened up the bar. The first big band to play in the Royal Palm Ballroom was an all-woman swinging band called the International Sweethearts of Rhythm. They played jazz and swing on the national circuit, including the Apollo Theater in New York, the Regal Theater in Chicago, and the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. Hey, look at here. Uncle Nay had it going on. You hear me? Another famous act who visited the bar was Little Willie John Rock and Roll, an R&B singer whose hits included All Around the World in '55, Need Your Love So Bad in 1956, and his first hit, Fever, 1956. The bar was part of a network of black-owned bars that featured entertainment and food, and were safe havens to stop and eat for traveling black entertainers that worked the Chitlin circuit on their way to Fort Myers McCullough Hall. Another entertainer who stopped at Gollman's Bar was B.B. King. The Gollmans' second oldest child, Nathaniel, had a jazz band, Nate and his Florida Stompers. And he played often at Gollman's whenever he was in town because he did a lot of travel. Band members changed over time. His cousin, Berlin Bailey, was on the saxophone and clarinet. Nathaniel Gollman was on the drums. Walter Harris on the piano. And Thomas Hendricks on the trumpet. And Ronaldo Ward, another cousin of his, was a tenor sax and vocals. On Friday and Saturday nights, people would come to Fort Myers from Arcadia, Laurel, all the surrounding areas, to down the street on Cochran, now MLK Blvd, to enjoy nightlife in Punta Gorda. Gollman's Bar was it. You hear what I say? Praise God. Isn't that something? I'm telling you. I worked there a little bit. They enjoyed the music of the Florida Stompers at the Royal Palm Ballroom. The ballroom was used by neighborhood children on weekends as a roller rink. And I can remember my father-in-law, Wilmer Gollman Sr., he had all these skates. And he told me about how they put the skates together and the kids would come and they would skate. And he enjoyed that. The barn closed in 1986 and most of the family moved to Fort Myers area. The Gollmans donated the 2 lots of land, Wilmer Gollman Sr. and Van Siller Williams, the last remaining Gollman. They donated the land where the barn once stood to the Blanchard House Museum. The museum building now sits where Gollman's ballroom used to be. Panel 9 features Nate and the Florida Stompers and Gollman's barn.